This is Buckos Math GD practice test number 1, question 45. We're comparing the volumes of two cylinders. Go ahead and write it down. If you can solve it on your own, please do that. I'll give you a second, and then we'll take it from here. On the GED test, you'll be able to have a drop-down formula for the volume of the cylinder. And the volume is pi r squared, which is the area of the base, times the height of the object. So on cylinder A, you have pi, which is 3.14, but they're both 3.14. So that really isn't going to enter into it. And when you're comparing the two, if you want the actual volume, you would have to plug in 3.14. But we're just comparing. So all we need to do is this part of the equation for each, because these guys remain the same. That's not going to enter into our comparison. So R on volume A is the radius of the base, or in this case the top of the cylinder, and the radius is half of the diameter. That's the diameter given, so it would be 5 squared times the height, which is 20. These are feet. This guy, B, is going to be, the radius is going to be 10. We're going to square that, and then we're going to multiply it by the height, which is 10. So 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25, times 20 is 50, 500. If you can't do that in your head, just use a calculator, it's all right. 500 units cubed. And it's feet in this case, so it'd be cubic feet. This would be 10 squared, which would be 10 times 10, which is 100, times another 10, which would be 30, so it'll be 1,000 feet cubed. So this guy, even though it's taller, is only half the size of this guy. And I don't know if you know this, but in marketing, they've done this for years. That if people are shown these two, especially young children, if they're shown these two objects, they will usually pick this one as having the most volume. When I was a kid, they used to have a product called knee-high pop, because it was supposed to be knee-high, I guess. It was tall and skinny, and people always thought they were getting more pop in that tall, skinny container than in the short, fat ones. And then you grow up and you learn about conservation of mass and stuff like that. And that kind of goes away for some people. And